We are live, but it's crazy zoomed in. I think. Wait, Zan, if you look at the stream, does it look okay to you or does it look crazy zoomed in?
Let me refresh. Let me refresh. 'Cause I don't see.
Mine looks crazy zoomed in.
No, it looks good.
It looks good? You see me? You see you?
Yep.
Actually, no, you don't see you yet. Hold on.
Don't see me yet.
You
No.
see you now, right?
Um. Now I see me.
All right, good. Hey, as long as it's working, I'm good to go. All right, Zan, happy. What day is today? Wednesday.
Wednesday, man.
Ha-
Today's been a good day, right?
Today's been a busy day. Yeah, today's
Yeah,
been
man. Your IG live was off the chain.
the IG Live. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had me. So I broke down my own IG live for you on Monday night.
Yes.
And it was fun because I don't actually usually watch my stuff back. I'm just in the flow. I was like, I knew I crushed that. Great. So I don't watch it back. But I forced myself to watch it back to take notes and try to share to see did I even tell a story in there because
You told three stories in there.
right. Um,
Not mushy mushy stories, but you told three stories.
well, they don't all have to be mushy mushy stories. Uh, and listen, like she also didn't need it, right? It just depends on who you're talking to, and
But did you also notice in the video? I mean, I did, and that was a 39-minute video. I watched. I took a whole hour to watch it because I wanted to go through it. Everything I want to go through. I might even go through it again because it's such a great study reference for someone like me. Because one of the things I think I shared this with you before. One of the things that I resonate with you so much, and listen, we know that Tony Robbins, amazing, NLP, NAC, the whole 9 yards. We know that Evan Pagan, amazing. There's some amazing guys out there that does coaching, and your style is close. Well, then again, you could disagree because Tony Robbins really goes in depth too. But from what I've seen, your style matches close to Evan Pagan's style. But the biggest difference I find for me is that your style is more engaging and more interactive. And that matches me so good because when I was in the DJ industry, one of the things that made me stand out and distinguish me from everybody else. Yeah, I had a lot of energy and talent and all that kind of stuff, but it was because I wasn't the kind of guy that would stay behind this unit. I would come from behind my unit, engage the crowd, interact with the crowd, let them get on stage, let them talk on the mic, let them scratch my turntable. I was so engaging and made it an experience for them. So when I see how you coach, the other guys, they still have a formula and a little format, and sometimes it can be a bit rigid. But you just kind of like water, go with the flow. You just kind of, but at the same time, you still get them into your process, your methodology. So when I see how your coaching methodology, it matches me so much. I gel with that so much better than the other ones. So when you did what you did with Adele, I'm like, I love that, man. And so I went through it over and over and over again for a good hour, and I'm probably gonna do it again. But then the one you did today, that was good too. I'm like the one you did with Nina today. I'm like, that wasn't so much the business side of it, but it still was thought leadership content template.
yeah, I mean, what I had to do on Monday was force myself to because you think in templates and formats and process and uh, steps,
Yeah.
and I don't operate that way at all. Like I'm not. I have to go back to then deconstruct what I was doing to make it make sense for someone like you, the way that you're wired and you think, right?
Right.
Because you can give me that template, but then I'm not going to do it. I suck at following the rules and following templates. Um, but it's it's really like you have to know when to break the template because you're going to deal with so many different kinds of people, and yeah, you got to know like which pieces from which template you got to work with, right? You're taking a piece from here and a piece from here and a piece from here. Um, actually, the woman today gave me one of the greatest compliments of all time. So if you notice, like at the beginning of any session, I'm asking questions.
Yes.
I'm asking questions, trying to figure out. So the case today, she's got this inn that she's staying at. She left his job. Her husband was at Google and all this stuff. Okay, it's like, and I'm trying to figure out. She's asking me thought leadership. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, what's the connection? Why are you asking me about YouTube if you have an inn? Like, where are we trying to make all this go? And so when somebody was trying to coach me on coaching for a show, he was telling me a lot. Hey, you got to interrupt them and just get to the coaching faster.
Pattern interruption, like what Tony does all the time.
No, not necessarily. Just like to make it a good show for people to watch, because sometimes people go on and on.
Okay.
And it may be boring to watch, but while they're talking, I'm not thinking, oh my God, when are they going to stop talking so I can help them and I need to interrupt them? I'm looking for patterns. So in her story about how she left the here and is now doing this, and all of that, which may seem irrelevant, is not irrelevant, because how you show up one way is how you show up typically every way.
Okay.
So what happened in her career is going to be similar to her approach in going down this thought leadership path. So that's the first game, is just understanding that
Is it the mindset?
Yes, but in the irrelevant things that most people would see as irrelevant, they're not. You're looking for patterns. You're looking for how this person acts and behaves and thinks. And they could be talking. She could have talked about the inn. She could have talked about her daughter. She could have talked about her cat. She could have talked about her favorite Christmas recipe. She could have talked about the tree in the backyard. Like, she could have talked about anything, as long as she was being herself, and you could pick up the same patterns.
Okay.
So it's letting them talk to vibe them out. Why it feels like it's flowing is because I'm deconstructing and assessing them as they're going through, so that I could dance with them.
But you're still staying within your coaching process, your structure, because okay, you ask questions in the beginning, you get a feel for, but you're still finding out where they're stuck, you're still wearing their skin, you're still getting to a point where you got to tell them what to do and get their buy-in. You still, okay, here's a CTA, here's a call to action, here's something I need you to do right now.
Yeah, we're still going to get a result. We're still going to get tactical for sure. But if you watch that back, there was a lot of questions. I'm trying to figure her out. I'm trying to dance with her before we get, and they're all non-judgmental. If anything, they're all excited. Like, you did that? That's amazing. What? Tell me.
Right.
And then it opens them up to want to share more. And she said something that might be one of the greatest compliments that I've gotten from somebody who was coaching. She said, "You ask questions that make me want to open my heart," or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, "Aw, come on now." but that's the process.
And
like,
you workshopped it. You workshopped her powerful opinion.
Yes.
You workshopped everything right there on it. Again, how many people actually do that? And again, it just takes me back when I have someone in the audience, whether it's a teenager or a kid or an adult, who said they're just totally afraid to talk to the mic. And this is and I coach them behind the scenes, because this is their sister getting married. This is the bride, and they want to say something. This is the younger brother. He wants to say something nice and heartwarming to his sister about her wedding day, but he is terrified to be on the microphone. He's shaking. His palms are wet. He comes, DJ, I want to say something, but and he tells me his condition, and I take him backstage and instill confidence in him, and he's afraid to be in front of people on the mic, public speaking. I go out there and I say, guys, how you guys doing out there? Great. Have you ever been like nervous to talk to the mic? Oh yeah. I said, listen, we all have been there, right? I said, listen, I got a young man that want to come up. He want to say something, and when he gets nervous, or when his tongue gets tied, or when his mouth gets dry, we all been there, right, guys? I said, and he loses word, we all gonna say, I love you, Evan, and I would break his pattern, and so I would bring him out, and I would stand next to him. I says, okay, just say hi to everybody. Everybody first say hi, Evan. Hi, Evan. I said, just say hi to everybody. See, they like you, man. Come on. And I says, now, what were you thinking about saying to say it to your sister. I said, okay, hold that thought and just whisper in my ear. Great, great. Now say it on the mic. And we got our backs turned to everybody. I said, now say it again. I turn him around. As he start getting into his thought and into his emotion, and then they come back, he says what he needs to say. And they come back to me later like, oh my God, this is, you changed my life, the whole 9 yards. And I remind them that this is the only moment. We only get one chance to do it right. We're not going to get this moment again. That's why I make sure the photographer, the videographer, everybody's in place when it's time to make toast or cut the cake. I said, look, guys, take your cigarette break, whatever you need to do. But before I conduct everything, I make sure everybody's in place to capture those moments. But we'll never be able to get that again. There's no second chance. There's no, oh, I'm sorry. No, we don't play that. We make sure everything happens perfectly. So then when you do what you do, it takes me back on how you bring people into a place where they can open up and have an experience that there's no other time, there's no other moment to have that experience.
And that's why you're going to be a great coach, man, because you already were coaching. Like what you were doing there was already coaching.
Yeah.
That's coaching.
It comes from a place because you care about people. I really freaking care about people having the best experience, having the best time, something they could never ever forget. When they look back, and sometimes I remind the bride and groom or the guest that what we do today, like what we're doing, this is captured on video. One day you're gonna get to show this to your kids, to your grandkids. This is a family heirloom. So we have to give 110%. We have to give everything because it's this moment right now, but this moment is going to be a memory for the rest of your life.
Well, and great. Back to confidence. You're who. Great coaching is basically you have more confidence in their ability to do it than they have confidence in their inability to do it.
Right.
Like you believed more in this guy's ability to go up and do a speech than he believed that he couldn't, and so he trusted in your confidence, and even though he didn't have confidence himself, he trusted in your confidence in him, and so he did it.
Yeah, and it was just the best. I mean, she was in tears, man. Like, because her brother is so shy, he would never ever do that. And she would say, and this has happened on, I want to say many occasions. It has, because people are really afraid to get on the microphone and talk in front of other people.
Yeah.
Even though they want to talk from their heart, they're gonna fumble their words. They're gonna forget what they have to say, and I'm right there on the side, like, you got this. Come on, let's keep going. Let's get. And if not, I come in there and grab the mic. Say, okay, guys, you've been doing a great work. And, you just keep encouraging them, and now they're transformed forever because they can never say they never spoke on the mic or spoke in public before.
Yeah.
And so when I see what you're doing with her, she's like, oh, she's gonna make more videos now because she just workshopped this with you. And it's like, okay, I did this. And now her mind cannot say I can't do this because you did do this.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
I thought it was a great session. But I got a couple more questions about that. But before I do that, let's go over here. Welcome, guys. We got Fonda White in the house. We got Sean Mahi in the house.
Oh, wait, Fonda White. It's Wednesday, right?
Yes. Okay, we're gonna get. This is great.
Wait, Fonda, you gave Fonda a challenge.
Yes.
Right. Okay. And he's back, so he did it.
Ahmad Jah's in the house, and he DM'd me, so I told him, I get more details, so this works out really good.
Who? Fonda DM'd you? Who DM'd you?
Fonda DM'd me.
Oh, okay.
About more clear directions.
You're gonna love Fonda. Fonda's awesome. You're gonna love Fonda.
Did. So, and I can say this before I get into here. This is just a little side note, okay? Let me ask you. This is a question. This is good for male. Question. Evan, how do you know whether or not a person is coachable?
Everybody's coachable. We already talked about this.
Is there not a distinguished difference?
The what?
Okay, how about this? Okay, let's ask it a different way. Mel, question. How do you know if a person is ready to be coached?
Everybody's ready to take... That's the wrong question. That's the wrong question. Everybody's ready to be coached. It's just a question of how much, and then in what way. Because
going back to Adele's video, if you watch Adele, that when you she had her pen and paper ready. She was ready. I'm writing these notes down. She was ready because she was ready to do the work. And in my opinion, okay, well, no, this is my truth. I believe a person is ready to be coached or is coachable when they go and take action. If they're making excuses, they're not ready.
No, it's not. It's not that they're not ready. I mean, I think if you're not getting excuses, you haven't pushed hard enough.
Well, if a person doesn't want to do the work and you've given them specific, things that's going to help change their life and move the needle, and they don't want to take action, I think action is the demarcation if a person's coachable or ready to be coached.
No,
You disagree?
well, yes, because I think everybody's ready to be coached and is coachable. The difference is how far can they go.
Okay.
Some people can take giant steps forward. In your view, like if you think about how far you want, as a coach, you always want somebody to accomplish and do more than what they see in themselves.
Okay.
Right? Like every time I see you, I'm like, Zane, I want Zane to be up here. What are we doing? I want Zane to get better. I think Zane should have already got it. Like, let's go. I'm pumped for Zane 2025 and want it to be 2021, Zane. Like, no matter how big, and that's, I think, a good coach or good mentor, no matter how big you see the future for yourself, your coach sees something bigger.
Yeah, totally. Because you see things for me, I'm like, what does he get that from? Like, what? You want me to do what? When? Now? Can we wait till next week or next month? Like,
So that's always the game, right? That's always, if you have a good mentor, a good coach in your life, they see something bigger and brighter than what you see. Otherwise, why are they coaching you? If they don't see as bright a future as you do, why are they in your life? And why are you listening to them? Right? So that's a great coach. So, when you see this brightness in somebody, you want them to get there as soon as possible. Right? It's like, I want that to happen ASAP. I want Zane speaking next to Eben at his next event, right? I mean, I want massive progress, and that's always going to happen. Now, the step that you want as a coach your student to take is never as big a step as they're willing to take. You want them to have faster progress because you can see the future and you're frustrated and you know the exact steps.
Okay.
But I believe everybody can take forward momentum, and that's what I focus on. Some people can run and take giant leaps and like fly across the sky, and other people can just crawl across the street.
Okay.
Even though for them, what you're judging as a crawl, for them might be a giant leap. Like them just even telling their story to somebody might be a giant leap.
Listen, Martin Luther King had a great quote. And I love it.
I like MLK, so
He had a great quote.
I like
He
MLK.
says,
It's hard to argue.
And I'm paraphrasing, but I can look it up for you to get the exact word for word. But I'm paraphrasing. He says, whether you crawl, walk, run, or fly, just do something. Don't stand still.
Yeah.
So again, everything you're describing is a person, whether they're crawling, walking, running, or flying, they're still in motion to do something. But how can you coach a person who does not want to do anything?
You
They
have
don't
to
want to do the work.
No, but like you're judging the work. You're judging what, like it just means you missed the mark. Because the work is never enough. You always have a bigger vision for what they could do.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna marinate on that for a minute because I already gave you my stance and my position, but every time you speak, you say you have a position. I gotta reconsider that. I have to reconsider that and look at the research and experience and say, okay, does that match up with reality? So right now, I always give you the benefit of my thoughts. I should say it that way, and say, okay, let me see if that lines up. So okay, all right. So okay, so that's something I'll put that in my back pocket.
Okay, but hold on. So one, it's you just having more patience for what the next step, like getting the right next step. Like maybe them just telling you their story is already massive progress because they've never told anybody in their life their story. And you're seeing it as, man, this is all they did. Like you're not going to go home and make a video or something. where for them it's actually a giant step. And then 2 is the approach. The approach really matters, right? Like, look at what you like to do, which is tell your framework and methodology and focus and follow these 8 steps, right? Which really works for some people. But then the story you just told about the guy who was super nervous and went on stage to tell a beautiful message for his sister, right, at the wedding.
Yeah.
How did you do that? You gave him an experience. You didn't break it down. You didn't say, here's how it's going to happen. You didn't say, okay, listen, you want to do this. You have to focus. You know what focus means? Follow one course until successful. Go out and just do it, right? Like, you created the environment and you gave him an experience. And that's exactly what he needed in the moment. So now you have 2 tools in your tool belt.
And
right?
also to get him out of his head, because he's thinking people are going to judge me. People are going to think
I get it. But
so
it's a different...
I engage the people and say, look, they're your friends. They like you. They want you.
Okay, but hold on. The end result is you want him to get off and not feel judged and get off and do the speech.
Right.
The way you approach it could be totally different, though. You could have given him, if you don't want him to feel judged, you have a framework for that. You have a laminated piece of paper that talks about how to get over judgment. But in that moment, you chose not to go to the framework and you chose to give him an experience. You used a different tool. And it was the right call. It's not to say that your frameworks are bad. It's knowing who you're dealing with and giving them the best result, because your job as a coach is to get them to move forward. If you gave him your framework for how to be confident, your 3 C's of confidence, he probably still doesn't go up and do the speech. And then you would say, he's not coachable. I mean, I gave him the steps.
No, there's 3 elements. There's, I don't want to talk about this one, but there's 3 elements. One is therapy. That's the first T. There's 3 T's. The second T is teaching. And then the third T is training. So in that moment, I was able to mentor him and train him on the spot to do what he needed to do. And that's why we got quicker results, because
yes, but Zen, this is because you were a great coach. Because if you used the wrong tool, if you gave him the framework, if you gave him the 3 C's of confidence, and said, "Go do this," he wouldn't have taken notes. He wouldn't take notes, and he wouldn't do the thing. He wouldn't have done whatever the first step was. He wouldn't do it. And in your head, you would have said, "This guy is not coachable. He's not taking notes. He doesn't want to be there. Look, I gave him the answer. It's the 3 C's. He didn't do it. He's not coachable." No.
Okay, in this case, the 3 C's would have been, he didn't have the confidence, he didn't have the competence, and he didn't have the coaching to support that. So, but I knew that already, that he didn't have the confidence. He didn't have the confidence, which is the skill set to be able to hold a mic and talk and be, smooth with his delivery. And of course, he didn't have any coaching. So I just said, let me just jump to the end, grab the coaching aspect of it, and give him my confidence and make it happen in that moment.
But
because normally it's a process. It takes time to teach and train so people can change their mindset and their skills and develop the skill set, because confidence is a combination of mindset and skill set. But we don't have that. We don't have the luxury of time. We got to make it happen in a moment, in a few minutes, basically.
But great. Even if you had more time, it was still the right call. The right call was not to break down the 3 C's, because he wouldn't have got it. He wouldn't have got it. He just wouldn't have got it. You use a different tool, and you turn somebody who was not coachable into somebody who got the result and was coachable. You did that. That's what a great coach does.
Okay, so here's the only caveat. I would say he was coachable because he was willing to listen and follow my instructions and do what I asked him to do.
No, but your definition was he has to take action and follow through. If you gave him just the sheet, you told him what to do. If you just told him what to do, here's what you need to do.
Okay.
You need to go on stage. You need to close your eyes. You need to breathe, and you need to envision your sister and whisper a message and talk to the microphone. Less than 50% chance he does it. You gave him the information, but less than 50% chance he follows through.
On his own, because he doesn't have the competence.
Yeah, I got it. But you could tell him what to do.
Support. Hey, listen, man.
Yes.
We're going to do this together. I got you.
You had to switch your coaching style. It's a coaching style to choose to not give him the facts, but to give him an experience. And
Okay.
it was in the experience that you turned somebody who was not coachable into coachable. You did that.
But that's where the interactive coaching came in and the engagement. You know,
Yes. That's
but
I'm saying the same thing.
the only part, this is the only little part, that you're saying that I can't totally buy in on. You say he wasn't coachable. He was coachable.
No, no,
That's
no. You look at how you started this. You said somebody's coachable. I define as someone who's willing to take action. Willing to take action. He
Right.
would not have taken action if all you did was give him the information.
Okay. I think I get your point now. I think I get it.
He wouldn't have done it. He wouldn't have done it. He wouldn't have followed
I'm
through.
gonna go with that. Okay, I'll put a timeout on that. We'll put like a little marker there.
Okay,
but
but-
I got you on that. I got you on that.
Well, I'm trying to give you a compliment. I mean, you turned somebody who, in your own definition, was not coachable, and you got him a result because you were willing to adjust your style based around what he needed in the
to meet
moment.
him where he was at that moment. That's what you were saying earlier. Some people, you could just give them the instruction. They're going to make it happen. And
Yes.
Some people,
Yeah.
crawling, walking, running, and flying.
Yep.
And some people, you got to actually go and say, hey, listen, let me hold your hand and help you walk across this.
Yep.
Because if I don't hold your hand, you're not gonna walk across
Yep.
by yourself.
And some people, all they need is a great song to get them pumped up and have the courage to do it.
Right.
Some
Now
people,
take-
all they need is a hug. And you're going
Okay.
to dismiss them because you're going to call it therapy, right? I'm like, I just want you to have as many tools as possible.
That's smooth. That's smooth. That's good. That's a good one. That's a good one.
It's not just
That's a good
smooth, it's
one.
truth. I need you to have the tools to win.
That's a good one. That's a good one. How you took it back to therapy. That's a good one.
Dude, every conversation has been about the same thing.
That's a good one. I gotta give you credit on that one. You connected.
you have the tool belt with all 12 notches in of, like, you got the placeholders for the tool to sit in, and you're playing with 2 tools.
Mm.
And there's 12 tools. And I'm just trying to open your eyes to the other ones, because it's not even that you're not understanding that there are 12 tools. You're not even you're like no, that's not a tool at all.
Okay, like I said, we'll put a mark here. We got to come back to this anyway. So I got a couple of questions in regards to the thought leadership.
All right.
Content.
Let's
we'll
go.
put a marker here because you got a good point, but there's still that little piece.
There's no
There's still that
piece.
little
You got to
piece.
drop it ASAP. Let's go. What are we doing?
Okay, here we go. Sean Mahi says, "Hello, mentor."
Wait, what
And,
happened with Fonda?
Well, Fonda says, "Hi guys, I'm here." Want me to just jump straight to his other comment?
Wait,
Okay.
but wait. He did he do the reading? The whole
Okay,
challenge.
well, I have to jump over Sean Mahi and go down to.
I've been
and-
waiting. No, wait, I thought Fonda was here first. No.
He says, "Hello guys, I'm here," but there's like 6 or 7 other comments before I get to his next comment.
Oh, I'm in suspense here. Fonda, what
I can
happened?
jump down. I can skip over everybody else and go to him. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. Hang in there, guys. Hang in there. All right, let's see, because everyone continuity here. Okay, so here we go. So Fonda White says, "Hey guys, I'm here. LOL." He says, "Maybe, in my opinion, just adding to you, Sean Mahi, is developing self-awareness first is the step on consistency." See, I should have read these in order. That's okay.
Okay, I want to know, Sean. I want to know if Fonda did the reading and if you guys are on.
Okay, here we go. Let's get.
That's
to that.
all that matters right now.
That's all you.
I mean, I know Fonda did it. I know Fonda's
okay,
that.
let's go. Let's
I would
go.
be
Let's
shocked
go
if
find
Fonda
that
didn't
comment,
do it.
okay.
Fonda had to have like a
Hold
death
tight,
in the
guys.
family if he
Hold
didn't
tight,
do it.
hold tight. Oh, and Evan is in. I had read the sections you told me to, and more so, definitely have 3 or 4 questions.
My
LOL.
guy.
Hey, man, shout out, salute you, man.
It's happening. So you guys are on tonight then? Is that the deal? Was that the deal?
We're gonna make it happen because listen, I have a IG live with Susie at 6, but I'm still gonna do an extra one just for Fonda because he did the work.
You're gonna love him, dude. You're gonna love him.
I'm
That
gonna-
guy's
I'm gonna
smile,
do-
dude. His smile's infectious.
I'm gonna do it right after the stream so I don't miss dinner or be late for dinner. So right after the stream, we're gonna go right into it. I'm not even gonna I might take a 10-minute break, but I'm not even gonna take a real break. Okay, so here we go. Sean Mahi says, "Hello, mentor. I have a very important question for you. What is the secret of consistency, self-discipline, or self-awareness, or anything else? What is the secret of consistency? I want to know this. Please enlighten me.
Um.
Good. I got a very simple answer for you, but Evan always gonna have the best answer.
Oh well, let's hear Zan's. I got an answer,
Okay,
but
okay, Sean. This comes up often to me. You want to know what the secret to consistency is? Evan earlier said 3 C's, and I'm gonna give you 3 C's. Okay.
okay.
There's 3 C's. The secret to consistency. I'm giving them to you right now off the cuff.
The secrets.
It's really 1 C, but I'm gonna give you 3 C's. Evan mentioned 3 C's earlier.
There's a lot of preamble. What are the secrets, Zan?
Okay, number one, confidence. So you gotta have confidence in yourself, confidence that you can become consistent, confidence that you can keep your word and you can follow through. Number two, commitment. That is the real secret to consistency is commitment. The more committed you are, the more consistent you will be. And number three, community. Join other people and they will help you become more consistent, like here at Movement Makers. There's people that's in Movement Makers right now. They are consistently making video and content every single day. Why? Because they are committed, they're confident, and they're part of a community called Movement Makers.
There you
All
go.
yours, Evan.
Look at that. That's funny because I probably discount community from my own advice too much. Like it's super important, but I think I discount it because I don't need it.
But we do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I'm talking to somebody, not like if I'm talking to somebody, coaching them one-on-one, I'll suss it out and tell them to do it. But as generic advice, like if I had this question, I know nothing about the person, I probably wouldn't mention community. So that's a good call. Like it's important. I'm just weird.
You know, community is everything. Let me tell you why. Because it's not just so much as you invest in yourself in Movement Makers, but your family is a community. Your coworkers are a community. Your brotherhood is a community. And when they know that you're trying to get something done and you commit to them and you tell them what you're committed to doing, they're gonna, hey man, I thought you said you were gonna get that done. Hey, honey, I thought you were gonna do that. Your community is not just in a professional sense, but Movement Makers, that's just one great, wonderful example because that is family. But your community are the people you surround yourself with. Your community are like-minded people. And they will keep that. You will be more consistent when you have other people you have to answer to, that you're accountable to, that you're responsible to. But to me, community is, so I just want to give you a deeper understanding and definition of the word community. Okay. I'm quiet.
So I would play off of both of you, to be honest. Just how I would see it is, I think about the big picture and the little picture. Big picture meaning like, why are you doing this? What's the reason behind it? And the little picture is how do you stay consistent on a small scale, on a daily basis when your day's not going your way. So in the macro, you have to have a strong why and love the thing. Like, what are you trying to stay consistent on? If you don't love it, you're gonna lose long term. It's the reason why it's the number one most common rule for success is love what you're doing, have a purpose, live your passion, like all of it, just different ways of saying the same thing. You have to actually like what you're doing, right? It might be bigger than you, and you might be afraid to do it, but you have to actually like the process. Like if Zan didn't like making videos, the goal isn't force myself to make videos. The goal should be to find another way to fulfill his purpose, right? Zan's great on video. Zan's getting much better too, by the way, guys. If you go subscribe to Zan the Man, he's turning up. It's happening. But like if Zan sucked on video and hated it, more importantly, then we find something else. Like don't beat yourself up for being consistent at something that you actually don't want to be consistent on, right? It's the whole judging a fish by its ability to climb a tree. It's just silly. So I think a lot of people make the wrong moves in that direction, for sure. So then how do we then do the micro? That's the macro, right? So it's like day to day, if you're hating it every day, you're in the wrong thing. But in the micros is what's happened on a day-to-day basis, on a one-off basis, on what happened today. And that's when you have to have a schedule, and that's where some self-discipline comes in, and that's when you show yourself that you do difficult things. You have to prove to yourself that you do difficult things. That when it's hard, you show up, right? Like this morning, listen, guys, I had a rough night last night. I didn't sleep much last night. I don't know why. I just woke up super early. I woke up at 5:30, went to bed at 12:30. I'm not. The doctor wants me sleeping 8.5 to 9 hours sleep. I'm on 5, which is way less than my usual. I'm waking up, ready to go. So I start working, right? But then as the day goes on, look, I've been working for 12 and a half hours already. Let's go. And it's like, am I going to cancel on you guys? I'm not canceling on you guys. Come on, I got to see what happened with Fonda. Come on now. We got to see what happened. Now, would you forgive me? You know, if I was super sick, if I had a fever, if I was passing out, if I couldn't stand anymore, sure. But it's more for myself. And we won the game. Look at that.
Woo-wee.
Without Drew, we're kicking some butt. Come on now.
Yeah, Mahi, are you listening, man? You said, please enlighten me. Let us know if we enlighten you, because Evan just said something that's kind of deep. And I will refer you to one of my videos. I did a video not too long ago that says the 4 levels of desire. And commitment is level number 3. What Evan is all about, Evan is beyond commitment. He's dedicated, maybe even obsessed. And there's no way he can't be consistent when you're at the level of being dedicated or obsessed. Well, check out my video. I talk about the 4 levels of desire. Normally, I don't even refer to my videos, but I think that would add more clarity to or more enlightenment to what you're looking for about consistency.
Yeah, and listen, it's beyond just the mission at that point. It's just to be consistent with who you want to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the guy who quits on things. I don't want to be that guy. Do I sometimes quit on something? Yes. If I had to go to the hospital after this stream, okay, don't be stupid. You know, I would cancel the stream. Maybe.
You will cancel. We'll be mad at you. We want you to take care of you first.
Right? But I don't want to. I call it moving the break line. Like, where do you give yourself a break? Where do you say it's okay to stop? It's okay to play small. It's okay to be scared. It's okay. Like, where's the break line? And I would just want to move it forward a little bit. I'm not saying do things that are crazy that then harm you or the people around you, but most of the time it's just fear. And I don't want to let the fear rule me. And so I pride myself. I've built my identity around being the person who shows up. I want to show up. I want to be there. You know, and through making videos with my broken neck and all of that stuff. Like, even if it's not the best quality, I want to show up and be there. And what that does is, to Zane's point, you start to build that identity of being the kind of person who follows through. And then the next time something difficult comes, what are you telling yourself? You're either telling yourself, well, I always back down when it gets hard. I always play small. I always get afraid, and so I don't do it. Or you tell yourself, no, I always rise to the occasion. And that's the identity that you need to build for yourself. So in the long run, you can't do that every single day. Like, if you hate your life and you're forcing yourself to go to this job that you hate or stay consistent on some schedule that you hate, that will beat you up. You can't do that every day. Net, you have to love what you're doing. There's going to be lots of crap that you have to deal with every day, especially as an entrepreneur. But overall, you got to love what you're doing. But on those days where it's hard, on those days when you're tired, on those days when you're afraid, on those days when you're scared, on those days when you just don't have the mojo or the energy or the Captain America shield on your back today, on those days, what do? You show up. Macro, micro.
That's 50% of success is showing up. Sean Mahi, like you showed up today. Yes! You showed up today. Let's go.
There you go.
Let us know if that enlightened you or not, Sean Mahi. You said, please enlighten me. Let us know if you was enlightened, the 3 E's, if you was enlightened, if you was educated, and if you was empowered. Let us know. Okay. Aman Jha says, hey, Evan. And then now Fonda White says, he's chiming in. Maybe, in my opinion, just adding to you, Sean Mahi, is developing self-awareness first is the step of consistency. Will start small and build from there, because having the momentum is very important. Very good. And then Aman Jahi say, sir, I am in grade 9th and it's 4:30 in India.
Wow.
Okay, good. Well, welcome.
Welcome aboard. Good morning or good night or
yeah,
either way.
Yes.
Oh, hold on. Nina brought me chicken and she won't leave until I try it. She wants to see my reaction.
Hi, Nina. We
Oh
love
my
you.
God, this chicken is the best chicken I've ever had in my life. It's so good. Whoever made this must be the most special person of all time.
Okay, don't be so fake. Do you like it? It's salty then.
Yeah, it's salty. It's juicy too. It's good. I like it.
Very good. Okay, so Sean Mike says, "Oh, Fonda, thank you." So he's thanking Fonda for helping him out, giving him some advice.
I like
No
it. I
problem.
like it.
You know, he says, "Hello, Fonda White. Hello, Sean Mike. Okay, great. Fonda White." He says, "Okay, so here we go." What I read earlier. Oh, Evan and Zan, I have read this section she told me, and more so definitely, I have 3 or 4 questions, which is great. Can't wait. Okay, so Shatabi is here. Okay, how are you, Sweat Top? Okay, Sweat Top. Maybe Evan know how to say it much better than me.
I know what's happening.
SCHWETABH.
I have no idea. Audio is the worst for me.
So top, okay. So top, like I feel you on that. I guess message was retracted, but okay. But Fonda White is responding to his message. He says, "I feel you on that. I had a hard time as well, and well, what helped me was to listen to Evan on pain and what problem you can see that you faced, and you can solve that you face. And
Nice.
another thing, Swatib, is what are you passionate about, and how can your passion serve others? Okay.
All right, Fonda dropping some love.
So Brian Eccles, he says, "Evan, I'm finally here, man. I promised I would."
Let's go, Brian. Welcome back. Or welcome
Brian
aboard.
Eccles. Great. He says, and then he says, "I promised Evan since influencer, but have been so busy." And he says, this is still Brian Eccles. He says, "Hey Evan, here's my question for you.
Okay.
I'm a gamer and also a dating coach for gamers and geeks. Should I put my game reviews and game streams under the same channel on YouTube and also my blog, or have 2 separate blogs and YouTube channels?"
So the typical answer there is just depending on the audience, right? Different audience means different channels. Although what I would love to see you do is what I'm doing. I would love to see you combine it. I'd love to see you giving dating advice while playing games.
There you go.
Who else does that?
Evan does business advice. You can be doing dating advice.
Let's see the dating advice while you're playing games. Like mix them. Like the genius is in the mixing. The genius is in the and. Most people approach things as, should I do this or this? Here's what happens. If you just do gaming, you're another gamer. How many gamers are there? Tons of gamers. If you just do dating, there's lots of guys who do dating. Lots. It's in the and that makes you special, that makes you unique, that makes you stand out. Both at the same time.
Both. That's
But
the
not
answer.
not like on the same channel, not like a gaming video and then a relationship video. You smush them together. Yeah.
It's called the game of dating. No, I'm just okay. The game of dating.
Yeah, and listen, what I did was I brought Zane on to help and be a co-host because I was having a hard time reading while trying to play. And so Zane has his own perspective and views, and he's not just, host, but he's answering the questions too. And he typically reads people's questions. Sometimes he doesn't like you and skips over you, but for the most part.
Only if you're being rude. If you're being rude, I will skip your question. I will. I know Evan doesn't like that. He wouldn't, but I will. Because if you're being rude to me or disrespectful to Evan on the channel, I will skip over. I'm gonna let you know. I will skip over your question because you need to come back with a better attitude or tell us what your issues are so we can help you. Because we're here to help you. So you can't come here and not be appreciative and be rude. You're just not allowed to do that. Maybe the 2025 Zan will not do that, but the 2021 Zan will.
He's still there. 2021 Zan is still there.
It's just you just haven't. How dare you be rude or disrespectful to Evan or to me on this channel? We're only here to help.
All right.
So just let you know. So just be nice. Okay. If not, okay. I won't even say nothing to you. Just won't give you no energy. Just ignore you. Okay. The duality. Welcome. He says, "Please, I am so bad at studying RN, and I want to
Right now. RN should be right now.
Say again.
RN is right now. I'm so bad at studying right now.
I thought it was RN. Okay. I'm so bad studying right now and want to medical university. Any help, advice, motivation for me? Thank you.
Yeah, so the studying one is really hard because you don't like studying. That's the problem, right? You don't actually like doing it. So you've got a long path ahead of you to get to where you want to go. So you have to touching back on the last answer, you have to tie it to the ultimate dream. You have to remember the dream. You got to remember what you're trying to do. You got to remember why are you in school? Why are you studying? Especially on those days that are really tough, where you're not getting the results, where you're bored, where you hate your teacher. Why are you doing this? And it better be a strong enough why. Because if the why is not strong enough, you're gonna quit. If the why is just, well, I don't want to disappoint my mom. That may not be a strong enough why. You know, um, you can't live your life just for your mom. So you have to have a strong enough. You have to love the idea of being a doctor, and you don't like the path to get there. But once you're there, you're gonna love the work. You have to really feel it. If you don't feel that you're gonna love the work of being a doctor, then you should move on and do something else right now, like ASAP. You're in the wrong thing. Um, if you can connect to it, then it's trying to remember that daily, and then tap into the second point, which is that you do hard things. That when it's hard and you don't like it,
That's good.
and you're bored and you're frustrated and your teacher's giving you failing grades or whatever,
Good.
you do hard things. You're gonna show up and do it again.
You hear
So,
that duality, right?
You've got a window. It's a window, right? This is going to last for a certain number of years, and then hopefully you're free and doing the business and living the life and the career that you want. But if you're just going to go into another jail, like you're in jail right now, but at least there's a timeline on the exit of your jail. But if you're just going to go into another jail afterwards, that you don't actually want to be a doctor, it's just to please your mom, then we got a problem.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah.
It's all about the why, right? Hey, I remember a quote a long time ago. I went to a seminar maybe 10, 15 years ago, and sometimes they say quotes in seminars, and sometimes it just sticks with you. I remember this quote. It says, if you have a strong enough why, you can overcome any how.
Mm-hmm.
You have a strong enough why, you can overcome any how. So when it gets hard for you, go back to your why, and you still will overcome it.
Most people who are in school don't have a strong enough why. Like most people who are struggling, studying, and not getting the marks and bored and getting distracted, you don't have a strong enough why. You're doing it for the wrong reasons. You're doing it because it's what your parents want you to do. You're doing it because you think you're going to make a lot of money. You're doing it for the wrong reasons, and you'll never win with those reasons. So you're going to disappoint your parents either way. You want to do it now, or you want to wait 8 years?
Oh, this is good. Okay, Aman Jahar says, Evan, sir, my question is, this one that's in the ninth grade. He said, my question, sir, is I didn't have discovered my purpose, and I love to read books, and I am 14 years old. So, sir, can I start reading self-improvement books by starting Your Built to Serve? There's only one answer.
Yes.
That's it. There's only one answer.
Let's go.
Yes. You're never too young to be great. You're never too young to be great. And also, Aman, I just want to remind you, if you start studying the biographies of different people, say Stevie Wonder, for example, and he's a wonderful person. I met him before.
Stevie Wonder.
Oh man, I don't know.
Legend.
He's just the first person that came to my mind. I don't normally do this, but I'm not. Look, Aman, you see that? Me and Stevie Wonder.
Ooh, look at that.
Yes. So, the reason I bring up Stevie Wonder, he was called Little Stevie way back. He was like 9, 10 years old. He was a wonder then, and he was playing piano, all this talent. My point I'm making is, you're never too young to be great. You're 14. Stevie was younger than that. So you're never too young to start self-improvement, to discover your purpose. You're never too young. And there's many great entertainers started off as children singing in church before they even hit double digits, meaning it was 8, 9, 10 years, 7, 8, 9 years old. and they discover their purpose at a very young age. So just go back and study some biographies of some of the greatest people out there. You're never too young. You're 14. You're at the right age before all these other bad habits start happening. You get it now while you're fresh and your heart is open to believe.
What were you doing
You're
at
not
14,
dead.
Zane? What were you doing at 14?
14, man, I was I was having fun. I was just a regular 14-year-old kid, just entering high school. I did very good at swimming. I got all kind of ribbons and
Swimming?
and medals. And
Wow.
I was very good at shooting pool because my dad and I used to go shoot pool on a regular basis. I was just a regular 14-year-old kid that and also I was in church a lot too, because at 14, it was either 13 or 14, my dad had me start reading the book of Proverbs, and I would read.
Give us one from the heart. Give us one from memory, Zan.
What's that?
Something from the book of Proverbs.
Oh, trust the Lord with all your heart.
No, come on, give it to us. Don't just
like a
say the
whole-
words. I wanna feel it, Zane. Come on now. Give us some energy. Channel your dad and give us something. Make him proud.
But that's my point.
What? I'm serious. You can't just sidestep that.
What?
Give us something.
Oh my goodness. What, from Proverbs or a story from my dad?
No. Proverbs. Something from the book of Proverbs. But with come on, with Zen the man gusto, not just telling me some words.
Okay, I'll stand up.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, stand up. Give us something. Here it is.
You see this shirt?
It's a great shirt. Okay, book of Proverbs. Here it is.
I'm going to use this.
Okay.
Believe in the Lord with all your heart and your soul, and all your dreams will come. He'll order your paths for your blessings. Paraphrase.
That was okay. Okay, you know what? I want a video with the actual thing as the first line.
What's that?
The proverb.
Oh, there's 31 proverbs.
Pick one.
I just want one verse or one chapter.
I don't care. I want you to make one video out of your 100. This is the new challenge. One video out of the 100.
Say it again. This is good. What's that?
You're making one video out of the 100 videos, right? You're doing the 100 video challenge.
Uh-huh.
One of those videos has to start with something from the book of Proverbs. The first sentence out of your face has to be something from the book of Proverbs. And I need you to deliver with energy and gusto and something that would make your father proud.
Okay.
If he heard that, it's like, man, that's my Zan. Let's go.
Okay. So, but just to wrap that up real quick, Amon, I was either 13 or 14 years old, and my dad told me to read the book of Proverbs. So whatever day of the week it was, because there's 31 chapters in the book of Proverbs. Like today would be, I have to read. Today is February 3rd here in America. I will have to read in the morning before I go to school. Read the 3rd chapter from beginning to the end. And at that time, I didn't really understand all the parables and all the stuff. I said, Dad, I don't understand. He said, it doesn't matter. Just read it. And to make a long story short, it made me wiser because Proverbs is considered the book of wisdom. It made me wiser than all of my my contemporaries, all my other friends.
Woo.
They will always come to me for advice because, like, how do you know so much? Well, part of it was me read the book of Proverbs, but the other part of it was because my dad taught me a lot of things. My grandfather taught me a lot of things. My uncle taught me a lot of things. And I was getting a lot of wisdom and instruction from older men. And you would get that too because you're studying biographies. And they're going to be studying, and Evan's channel got tons of biographies. And so you're going to be getting their wisdom at 28, 38, 58, and while you're still 14. So yes, it's not too early to start reading Built to Serve. Because even in Built to Serve, Evan gives you so many different stories from Mary Kay Ash to his story, on and on and on and on.
Is Zan the man story?
Talent inside you.
Is Zan the man story going to be in the next book?
Well, Oprah stories in here too. Okay.
When I was 14, I was doing that was just the end of my baseball card
Collection?
height. Yeah. It's like that was the season of the strike, the lockdown. So there was no baseball that year. But when I was 12 and 13 is when baseball card fever. I was every weekend driving 3 hours outside of town to go to a baseball card flea market and negotiate with 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds over a quarter. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I man, I mean, in Canada, our dollar is a coin, and our $2 bill is a coin too, right? So we don't have a dollar bill; we have coins. And so I remember, there's a guy who said, "Okay, I'll buy that card from you for $1, but you got to take this one that has gum on it."
Wow.
Like, I'll take the gum. Yeah, I'll clean the gum off. Why not? It's $1. That's $1.
Did you play baseball also? Like when 14, I was playing baseball, football, basketball, everything. Were you playing baseball when you were 14?
Not much. A little bit. I don't know why. I just don't think it's part of. It's not as much of our culture. Baseball. I played a lot of soccer.
In America, obviously.
I played a lot of soccer. But yeah, I learned my negotiation and business skills when selling baseball cards.
13 years old.
12, 13. Yeah,
So
I'm not. Listen, I'll take.
You was already a little businessman at 14.
Yeah, I'll take your $1 if it has junk on it. Why not? I'll clean that up.
So when did you start having a business mind? Was it 12, 13, 14?
I mean, that wasn't a real business. I mean, it was. I made a couple $100 a weekend or something. I mean, I guess that's a business when you're 12, 13. That's a ton of money, but I didn't really consider it like my entrepreneurial career or anything, right? It's just a start.
Well, did you ever have I remember we used to go shovel snow and get paid to shovel snow and I had a newspaper route too when I was real young. Did you guys ever do that?
I had a newspaper route. I did a little bit of snow shoveling. Baseball cards was the main thing though for me. Garage sales, like I used to buy stuff at garage sales and sell them. I started with wrestling cards and then moved into baseball cards. Coins, I love coins.
Oh, like
so
coin
like
collect.
more collectible stuff, but baseball cards was the main thing. That's the thing that really got me going.
All the stats and everything on it. Yeah, that's huge, man.
I knew all the players, I knew all the pricing, all of it.
What about comic books? I used to have a huge collection of comic books.
I was early. That was my I dabbled in a whole bunch of stuff. I dabbled in comic books and coins and stamps and all sorts of. There's something about the collectibles that I liked, so I dabbled in it, but I didn't really go all in on anything until baseball cards.
You didn't collect stamps too, did you?
I did, yeah, stamps.
Oh wow!
I had stamps.
You were serious.
Yeah, but not like a big time, right? I dabbled in it. I played with it. There's something about, which is funny because I don't collect anything. It was never for the collecting part. It was just for the, I don't know, the business side. I don't know why I liked it. I guess I was buying something that had value that I could sell it for something more, and just the game of trying to figure out what would go up.
So you didn't get serious about business till what? College?
I tried a whole bunch of stuff, but 19 was my first real business. From 12 until 19, I did a whole bunch of, baseball cards and small scale stuff. But it wasn't until 19 where I had a real business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what we got next. Brian Eccles, he says, also, hey Zan, how's it been, my man? Long time, hope you're well.
All right.
I am well. Okay, now I gotta figure out who is Brian Eccles.
Wow.
Oh, I do. Come on, you can't remember everything. Come on now. Let me
No,
see.
don't remember everything. Just remember Brian. Come on now.
Okay, all right. It's now my mind is going. Okay, so let me see.
All right.
Find the White says, yes, I did. Hello. Okay, whatever. I don't know what that means. Let me see. Yeah, please don't answer. Okay. Then, Chuck P's in the house. Michael Dell is in the house. Headspot's in the house. Okay, it's funny things are all updating now.
Let's go.
Okay. Okay. Hang in there, guys. I'm just want to make sure I don't skip nobody here. Thank you, Evan and Zan. Sean Mahi, you're more than welcome. He said, "What's your channel, Zan Boss?" Okay, I'll type it in a minute.
What? Zan what?
He called me Zan Boss.
Zane Boss?
Like,
Nice.
He said, which your channel? He said, well, he's saying, what is your channel?
Yeah, Zane Boss. All right.
I'm just saying, come on, man.
There we go. Zane Boss. That might stick.
No.
How come you can be Zane the Man, but you can't be Zane Boss?
No.
We like Zane Boss.
I'm not a bossy type person. So self-discipline and self-awareness. Headspot Ian says hi. Sean Mahi says, yes, I got some point. Michael, also he said he got it when we were saying about, yeah, okay, so he got it. And then Michael Dell says, IDIRN. Okay. I didn't know you had a gaming channel. So do you know Michael Dell? Is that Michael Dell from Dell Computers? That could be Michael Dell from Dell Computers.
There it is. He's here to share his story, share his wisdom.
Hey, Michael, how you doing, buddy?
If you want to sponsor the stream, let us know.
Yes, please. Or you can sponsor us having our own Sirius XM radio show. Anything's possible. Okay, so Sean Mai says, I'm still confused. Self-discipline or self-awareness? Which is more important?
You got to go back and listen to the answer again.
Yeah, go back and listen to
Go back and listen to it again. When you're giving answers like that and you don't get it, just take the time and listen to the words again.
Okay, so Ochakti says, is Canva the best for thumbnails?
Canva?
Yeah.
It's a great starting point. I think a lot of people start on Canva and then graduate eventually to Photoshop, which is going to be a lot better, and then graduate to hiring somebody. That's usually the process. Canva to get started so that you have something, and then Photoshop as you learn a little more tweaks, and then hire somebody.
Okay, so Brian Eccles, see, this is good. Okay, so good. He bailed me out. He says, I was already planning on that when I said I wasn't, remembering everything. He said, that's why I asked. Okay, let me just jump down.
What was he planning on doing? Oh, is he the dating guy? The dating.
Right. And I said, he says, Zan, okay, I missed something. Okay, well, he said, also, hey, Zan, how's it been, my man? Long time, hope you're well. So, obviously, we know each other, right? And then he scrolled down, he says, and Zan, hope there's no hard feelings. Okay, now I'm really curious. Okay, let's see what else. I gotta find Brian. Y'all gotta wait now because I gotta find all Brian Eccles stuff now. He says, I was already planning on that part. And he says, that's why I asked. And then he said, Zan, I still love you, man. We need to reconnect. Okay. And then he says, Evan, my man, what kind of cam can I get for PC, PS4, and Xbox that show your faces on cam while game streaming?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I am not the gear guy.
Something I can use for also coaching. We have a podcast. Okay, it's coming to. So I think he mentioned about influencers. So he met you in Brandon Bouchard's business influencer program.
Influencer, okay, yeah. The influencer that I did with Brendan was online.
Okay, so I might know Brian from that.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's really been a long time. It's really been a long time. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Brian, if you're still here. Okay, hold on. Okay, look at these comments. He says, Hesper, I love learning about Eastern culture. It's how I began spiritual journey with Japanese and Asian culture. Okay, he's talking to somebody else. He says, no, Zan. He says, you need a mafia look, LOL. Then you got Zan Boss.
Yeah, Zan Boss. Exactly.
One of the best DJs in Vegas, okay?
If you're not calling him Zan Boss, don't
call me Zan
you're
Boss.
disrespecting the boss.
No, that's not gonna work.
Zan Boss, come on now.
Hey guys, don't listen to Evan. I'm not gonna.
Hey, listen, Dame Dash is all about you got to be the boss. You got to be the boss.
That's his brand. That's Dame Dash. He's CEO. He's the boss. Okay, great. He paid the cost to be the boss. Him and Snoop Dogg. Okay, great. That's not my brand. That's not who I am. You guys say that, I'm gonna ignore you.
Wow.
I'm not gonna ignore your comments, but I'm just gonna ignore if you refer to me as Zan.
Wow. Zan is triggered by the word boss.
That's not who I am.
All right.
If anything,
Okay.
I'm Zan partner. I'm Zan partner, not boss.
Wow. All right. Okay.
I like collaborations. I like getting along. I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't like that.
All right.
Anyway, He says, where's Brian Eccles? He says, I'd love to help you out and also be a guest on the channel, EV. So I guess that's Evan. Uh,
Well,
he said, yeah, I was online. You answered my question, Evan. I'm here. Okay, so that's good. That's all of Brian. Okay, great. Now let me swing back up. All right, guys, thank you for being patient. I'm coming back up a little bit. I want to keep all that in continuity, keep that together. And we've got my man. Okay, we already answered that, Sean Mahi, which is more inconsistency. Go back and look at Evan's answer. We both gave you great answers. So come on now. Go back and look at that. Fonda White says, yeah, that's true because I'm also a certified love and fitness coach as well and trying to figure out how to coach them both or just focus on one along with motivational speaking, LOL. Certified life coach, I mean, LOL, not love coach. You can be a love coach. I mean, Annie, she's a great love coach. I mean, man, she wears that well. She's amazing.
Yeah, but guys, it's all connected. How can you be a life coach without being a love coach?
Yeah. Because Annie, I've never seen anyone who's like, I mean, it takes a lot to say I'm a love coach, but then when you watch her work and listen to her and you interact with her, like, whoa, that is the most perfect title for her. She is like an amazing. Oh, Annie is, if you guys don't know, she's Evan Pagan's wife, Annie Lala. Just amazing. I mean, just totally amazing. So Hairspot Ian wants to know, what is your advice when introducing new things to Western culture from East?
What are you trying to introduce? Let's workshop.
There you go, Hairspot. Give us some more information. What are you trying to introduce, please? Let us know. Okay. And
let's workshop it.
Gosh, I always forget this guy's name. You know the guy's name. Mekap.
Huh?
You know
what?
The guy, Mekap?
Makar?
Mekap. But remember, it's pronounced something
Oh,
different.
Makar.
Makar. Okay.
Are you still
Hello,
mispronouncing Makar? Come on now.
Makar. Hey, listen, it's going to take you a little time, okay?
I mean, it's kind of been a little time now. We need to...
Yes, look, Makar, Evan's got a great memory. I may get it sometimes. I may not get it sometimes. Letting you know, okay? I don't always get it. I'm working on it, though. So, Fonda White, let me just say this real quick. Fonda White, back to our other comment, he says, I can relate, Evan. I was selling candy at 13, LOL, made $256 in one day going door to door.
Doesn't it feel like you're rich? Man, I remember when I sold the Jordan baseball card for $25 or something, and I felt rich. Like, man, I just made $25. Come on. Yeah, those are the days.
Okay, so Makar says, hello guys. I have an exam on Friday, for what I started preparing on Monday, and it occurred it is not enough. What should I do if I have an exam and I'm not prepared?
You get off the stream talking to us and you go study.
Yeah, get to work.
Yep.
I'm gonna give you the first one. I'm gonna give you two answers. I'm gonna give you one philosophical answer and one practical answer. Okay, but don't hold it against me. Philosophically, go pray. Now, practically, find somebody else that you can study with that may know the lesson better than you that can help get you up to speed. Even if you have to pay them, which you'll be investing in yourself. So if you can find a mentor or someone who's already taken that course and already know the course that can help get you up to speed so you can be better prepared for Friday, go and invest in their time and energy and expertise to share with you on how to get up to speed quickly in a couple of days.
We win again. It is happening. Come on now.
Love it.
We are on a streak. Let's go.
Let's check this out. Who needs Drew? I'm joking, Drew.
Listen. You can only say it. Listen, if Drew is not here, you can only say good things about him.
Drew, I'm joking.
You can only smack talk Drew while he's in the house.
Frizz can do that. Drew,
only when he's here. You talk smack to their face, not behind their back.
Oh no. Hey Drew, I take so now when Drew
Wait, is
comes
Drew
back.
here?
Drew, are you here?
Oh, if Drew's here, that's a different story.
Okay, so now when Drew comes back, you can tell him what I said if he shows up, and then I can say, "I'm sorry." I apologize. Okay, so we've been having fun, Drew. We having fun, Drew. Because Drew was saying about me if I wasn't here. So hello. There you go. We're friends. We can do that. We're brothers. Brothers can do that. Okay, let's see. Okay. Um, okay, so Founder White got a question. He says, I'm a certified life coach and fitness coach. How can I bring them together also with motivational speaking and or just to focus on one is my first question.
No, it's the end. It's the end. It's the end. Like again, your genius fund is going to be in combining all of those together in a way that other people don't do. Because otherwise, you're just going to be average at all of those things. There's lots of great life coaches. There's lots of great fitness coaches. And what was the other one? Oh, speaker. There's lots of great speakers.
Right.
And you'll always feel like you're missing out on the other stuff. So you have to figure out a way to combine them together. So part of working with you, you create a unique program where they get workouts in and they get motivational talks and they get life coaching.
Life lessons, yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the program. You have a 3-pronged program. When somebody signs up with you, that's what they get, your package.
And it's so funny too. You're gonna need motivation in fitness and life. So you gotta be a motivate. You're gonna have to motivate your clients in both areas, anyways.
Yeah, you need the combination.
So Brian Eccles said, no, he met you on Influencer, Evan. He said you answer his question on Influencer Live
Nice.
At the summit.
Nice.
He said, but yeah, Evan, I'd love to be a guest on your channel and just talk and interview you.
Well, you're here right now. You're on the channel.
Yep.
What do you got?
There you are, Brian. You're here now, so you can interview and talk to him right here on this channel. This is the best way and best time to get in contact with Evan.
Definitely the easiest. My calendar
I'm sure
is
you understand.
crazy.
We all got, our schedules are like on top of each other. So I think that's it. Okay, Makar says, the thing is, exam is about political geography, and it is so not interesting for me. I am also learning on a faculty that I kind of don't like, but I don't know where do I go if not this faculty.
You go explore.
Explore.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have moments in your life where you have absolute clarity, absolute focus, and you know exactly what you need to do. And then you'll have other moments where you don't know what to do, and you don't have the focus, you don't have the clarity. But you don't get the clarity by staying in the wrong thing. You have to go explore. You got to taste. You got to try. You got to say yes to a bunch of stuff. In my first business, I knew what I was doing. Focused on my business. Go. That's all I did, right? Nothing. I had no friends. I had no girlfriend. Like, I just focused on my business. That's it. And then I sold the company. And all of a sudden, I had no idea what to do next. I had no other vision. I had no other plan, no other dream. So I said yes to a whole bunch of stuff until I eventually discovered helping entrepreneurs, because I said yes to a bunch of things. That's what you need. But staying in this, listen, it's only going to get worse. If you don't like it now, you're not going to like it more in a year. It's going to get worse. And just because this is like, I don't like my girlfriend, but I don't know if I'll find a better one, so I guess I'll just marry her and hate my life forever, right? Like, it's not a good enough reason. You don't have to have the next ship to jump to jump. You got to jump. You got to go. You got to build. You got to create. You have to explore.
Gotta believe.
Got to believe that there's something better for you out there, but you won't find it sitting on the couch.
So here we go. Check this out. Okay, Fonda White, I'm going to answer your question, or I'm going to let that dovetail from what I'm going to ask Evan now about thought leadership. Okay. About thought leadership content. Okay, so Evan, since I am doing, this is a 2-part question. Since I am doing videos, I'm going to be even more strict on following the thought leadership content format. So, so since I'm doing a series, like it's 4 videos in the series, each video has to match the thought leadership content of just that first video because the other ones are add-ons to continue the lesson.
No, each one has to. Each one is it's add-on, but it stands alone.
Okay, so you're saying to me, this is good. You're saying to me that if my video is between 10 and 15 minutes,
Mhm.
that I should be able to get the thought leader, the TLC template in each video between 10 and 15 minutes.
Yep.
Okay, so here's a little more detail now. So let's talk about
Well, let me break it down for you. Let me show you. So
Okay.
you take focus. It's 5 letters.
Okay.
Each one has their own meaning.
Right.
You make a video on like those should all be 10-minute videos. Each letter is a video.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Or you take your 3 C's of confidence or whatever,
And each one is a video.
and each one so it fits within a bigger theme. But if I just land, what's the middle C for you? Competence.
Right.
Okay. You should be able to make a video just on competence.
Right. But following a thought leadership.
Yes.
format.
Yeah. I want a powerful opinion on competence. I want you to give me context. I want you to raise the stakes. I want you to tell me your story and give me advice on how to develop competence.
Okay. So okay. Now this is the one is there a time component, like the powerful opinion should be 30 seconds. The context should be 1 minute. The story should be 5 minutes. The stakes.
The first 3 are 3 sentences.
Okay. So that's 1 minute.
Well, whatever. How long does it take you to get 3 sentences out? It should be under a minute.
Okay. All right. So 1 through 3 is
3 sentences.
Okay.
And then the story can be a couple minutes.
Powerful opinion, that's the context and that's the stake. Now the story can be 5 minutes.
Yeah, a couple minutes. Depends what you got. Like, don't stress about having to make it be 5 minutes.
Okay, then when you hedge, that should be only a minute, right? Or 2 minutes.
What? The what?
The hedge.
Oh, address the hedge? Yeah. Again, it depends. It's easy to make it a minute. You can make it 2 minutes. You can make it 5 minutes. How much do you have to say on it?
And okay, so the bigger piece should be, this will say the chunk of it should be where you deliver your advice.
That's the easiest spot to make it long because you're giving 3 bits of advice. Do 1, do 2, do 3.
Okay, and then you bring it home. That's just a wrap up. Giving them hope and
Yep.
and motivation, the whole 9 yards. That's just
Yep.
reinforcing the opinion.
Yep. So if I wanted to have more competence, so break it down. Okay, competence. Without competence, you'll never be confident. Competence
Yep.
is the practice that you do to show yourself that you're capable of doing the tasks with a lot of confidence. As you build whatever you want to do, you're going to have the competence.
Right.
And unless you develop competence in your life,
You'll be successful.
you'll never be successful. You'll never hit your big goals. You're capable of it, but you'll never reach it because you're not competent enough.
Then you go right into a story of what
Yeah.
I was like, or somebody else.
Growing up, I didn't have competence. I really wanted to make the baseball team, but I didn't know how to throw a fastball. Whatever. Okay, so and then it's like, and I know so then address the hedge. I know you might be thinking, well, lots of people have done it without XYZ, or I'm different than you because of XYZ, or
Right.
like, what's the biggest objection that people are going to have when they hear you say that? That might be a super quick response, or that might be, you might need to give it more time. And then it goes to, okay, so now how do we actually develop some competence? Like, what are the steps to actually create more competence in your life? Step number 1, you need to get a mentor. You got to get somebody to show you the ropes, to show you how it's done, who believes in you, who pushes you, like whatever. Step number 2, step number 3. So this is all tying in just to competence. And then at the end, you say, there are 3 C's to developing confidence. Competence is just the second one. If you want to know the third one, which is X, go check it out over here. I'll see you there.
So that's the CP. That's the call to action.
Yeah. But the whole video makes sense as a standalone video, just talking about how to develop competence and why it's so important. even though it fits into a bigger framework of what you're doing of the 3 C's.
Right. And so I thought you got to do it like the first. Yeah, this is good because I have more clarity now. Because I was thinking you could do the first 2 or 3 in the first video and then go talk about your stuff. And then the second one, you don't have to do it again because you already did it in the first one because it's a 4-video series. But they all stand alone. Okay.
It's like if you read Built to Serve, I tried to design as much as possible every page to, if you just picked it up and you didn't know what else was in the book, that you could still learn something from it.
Right. And it is that way. It is. It is.
That was the goal. It's like, imagine somebody going to a bookstore. Zanderman says, go pick up Built to Serve. And listen, if Zan's saying, you got to do it. But if they're not quite sure about Zan, it's like, okay, they go to the bookstore. What do? You don't typically read from the first page. You just open it up somewhere.
Right.
So if they just open it up in the middle somewhere, I don't want them to feel lost and like if they missed a ton of content and it's not going to hook them in. You got to hook them in.
Correct.
So same thing with your videos. It's all part of this stream of consciousness and a methodology that you're teaching. And every single video needs to stand alone because I feel like if I feel like I missed video 1 or 13 or whatever, then
got it. Okay, it makes sense now. Okay,
then they won't watch.
That's good. Okay, good. So that's good because no one's making videos like this. I mean, even when I look at when I look at somebody else's videos who's very well known, it's not done that way. So yeah, this is a new day. This is a new way of doing.
We're giving
things.
you a leg up. We're giving you the advantage. Let's go.
Yeah, this is good. Okay, so Fonda White says,
Fonda.
Right. There's great, thank you, Evan. He says, right, that's so true. Combine them. Got it. Will do. I will work on it. Thank you, and Zan the Man. So I think he meant thank you, Evan and Zan the Man. And he said, let me know if you want to do the IG live. You can DM me or I'll DM you. LL. Thank you guys. So Fonda White, when this stream is over, when Evan says goodbye, everybody, believe the whole 9 yards.
After this game, that's it.
After this game, I'm gonna take maybe a 10-minute break, and then we are gonna go jump into the thought leader content starting on page 236. Okay, and that's gonna fit good for what you're doing. So did you get that? Let me know you got that, and then you'll see me go live, and then I would then you just hop on.
Oh, he's done. He's done. No, he's done IG live. We did one together.
Okay.
You
cool.
know, so I'm just. It's gonna be all smiles. The two of you are gonna get on, and it's gonna just be a smile fest.
Great. Look, this is gonna be great. Okay, so Brian Echo says, all right, Evan, here's the first question.
All right, let's go.
What are you looking forward to? Okay, so male question. Evan, what are you looking forward to the most this year, both in business and in life itself?
I don't think on those terms. This year, I mean, I could do so much in a year. I have no idea. Like, imagine if you had asked that question beginning of last year, how much would have changed? Think about February last year, where we thought the Australian wildfires were the big travesty and story of the year, right? And who talks about it now?
Yeah, it's always just changed the game.
Yeah, so I don't think that far ahead. So I have no idea. What am I working on right now that I'm excited by? I'm excited by movement makers. I'm excited by Brandlytics. I'm excited by this gaming channel. I'm excited to serve and help more entrepreneurs. I mean, that's what I'm excited by.
The affiliate program.
Oh, dude. Okay, so it's almost there. The affiliate program is almost there. Brandlytics, it's there. Movement makers, I thought we are gonna have it ready today, but there is a couple bugs. So.
But we're excited. Movement makers tomorrow, man. It's gonna be amazing.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be
tomorrow.
Tomorrow is. I mean, they're always good, but tomorrow is gonna be. I put some extra love into tomorrow's one. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Tomorrow.
I'm excited. I'm already excited.
Really, I think tomorrow's gonna move the needle for so many people because of the subject matter.
Yeah.
I think so many people are ready to really like get wet. You know, like you know how back in the day when we used to go swimming, I'm referring back when I was a teenager, they would like you on a deck and they just tell you, okay, you need to do this, and then you're like, okay, we've already practiced enough to what we're gonna do on dry land. We can't wait to get in the water and practice it and really put it to work. And I think that's where quite a few people and movement makers are at.
I'm excited. It's gonna be good. It's
This
gonna
is
be
this
good.
is good. Because they've been making videos, they've been going IG lives. Okay, now how do we convert it and go to the next level, Evan?
Yeah.
And I think the timing is really, really good.
It's coming. It's coming, dude. I was jumping. I mean, I'm jumping now too, but I was jumping making it.
This is gonna be really good. Okay, so what else we got? Makar says, okay, guys, thank you so much. Going to good. Going to grind for this exam, and after I finish the thing, we'll brainstorm for what could I do then, if not this faculty. Okay, good job, Makar. We wish you the best.
Yeah, sending you love, man.
You're always welcome back, and come back and give us an update also.
Yeah, we want to hear the update for sure.
Brian Echoes, he says, and Evan, here's a question. Okay, let me see. Where is this? Okay, let me go back to Fonda White. He says, my second question, this is Fonda White, because he's in between there. He says, my second question, by listening to you all on my YouTube content, how should I approach on a combination of all my passions? I'm sorry if you answered this already. I'm definitely thinking of doing the movement makers for Evan being my mentor. Plus, he's my favorite entrepreneur, but I've told him that before.
Appreciate the love at the end. I missed the first part. It was a stressful part in the game.
Well, I'm gonna see you tonight, finally. So yeah, I get it. I will hop on the IG live. Thank you. I'm gonna tonight. Fonda, you got to get in the movement makers, man. But anyways, okay.
Fonda? Fonda, you should be moving. Honestly, you should be. You're gonna get a lot from it.
Yeah, especially for what you're doing.
If you get on tonight, let us know. Like, DM me if you get on tonight, because tomorrow's topic is about how to monetize and sell your programs.
Yeah.
So super important for what you're going through right now. And I think also the community. So if you get on tonight, DM me so we can make sure that you're in on it.
Because you need to get on. Another reason why you need to get on tonight, because even though you can get on later and you can check out the recording, the reason why you want to get on tonight, because there's going to be breakout rooms, and what you're going to get in those breakout rooms are not recorded, are not saved. So you're going to get so much juice for being in those breakout rooms because you're there live. So again, success is about timing. You got to get, timing is everything, man. Come on. You know that already. But I'm going to remind you when I see you tonight, Fonda. I'm going to remind you. Like, get your buddy movement makers. Like right now. Okay, let's see. Okay, so here's Brian Echoes' question, I think.
All right.
Okay, yeah. So, question, is there a way to do video with two people in the same room gaming on two screens, since my girlfriend and I work together on this?
I have no idea. How we do it is how Manko does it. So I asked Manko the same question. So Kyle Manko is one of the best Teemo players in the world, who I also sponsor and mentor in League of Legends. I don't mentor him in League of Legends. He mentors me in League of Legends. I mentor him in life and business. What he does is what we're doing, which is Zan and I are in a Zoom call. And I'm on a split screen. And I'm using OBS. And I'm showing my camera through OBS. And then I'm showing my screen through Zoom. So that's how we make it work. So Zan joins the Zoom call. We make sure everything's good to go, and then I throw the chat up on the same screen, and then you could just adjust the size. So if you had your girlfriend on your other monitor, and you're sharing that screen in OBS, and then you have your camera hookup. There might be more you could do if you're next to each other. Like, you might be able to plug in two cameras, or maybe there's an easy way to connect and do that. But for when you're on a remote system, like Zan's in Vegas, I'm in Toronto, right? We're not in the same room. That seems to be the workaround of choice. So I don't know if it's the best one, but it's what Manko uses, so it's what I'm using.
Yep. And let's see. Okay, he's got a follow-up. All right, then, how do you keep your, this was about what you're doing for the whole year and everything, he says.
Okay.
All right, so then how do you keep your schedule? Do you schedule 4 weeks out, or 2 weeks, or 1 week at a time?
I schedule my life, like I schedule the themes of my days for as long as they serve me. So today was my project day. And so Wednesdays are always my project day. And I switch up what I do. I wake up and ask myself, what's the most important use of my time today? What project do I want to work on today? I have no commitments, no responsibilities. How do I want to use today to move my mission forward? And then that led me to work on the affiliate program, to work on Brandlytics, to work on my Movement Makers presentation for tomorrow, to work on whatever I wanted to work on. Because tomorrow is crazy. Tomorrow is my public facing day. Tomorrow is just IG lives and podcasts and interviews and Skype calls, just nonstop. Nonstop. I'm doing it all day until we go into this stream. So it's just, it's going to be crazy. So the way I look at it is, okay, I like having 1 day per week to work on my projects. I like having 1 day per week to do interviews and podcasts and public facing day. I like having 1 day per week to mentor my team. I like having 1 day per week to do YouTube videos, right? As long as that serves me, I'll do it for the rest of my life. I'm in no hurry to change it because it works for me. I've been doing that kind of system for a long, long time. But as soon as something doesn't fit, I'll make an adjustment. I'll tweak it. So that's how I usually approach it.
Evan follows the focus method.
Yeah.
So he follow one commitment until you got one commitment per day. But when he gets done, that's a great way to stay focused.
It gets done. It gets done.
And another thing that's really good about that is that you kind of keep your energy in the same sphere or the same zone. Mm-hmm. You don't have to have another set of energy for this over here because it's a different project altogether.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
And again, not study guys who get in the zone. They just focus on one thing and one thing only. They're not thinking about anything else. It's just that one thing, and now you can get into that zone much better. Because you don't have to think about other stuff out here.
Even the breakup of a Wednesday is great for me because Tuesday and Thursdays are my busiest days in terms of what I have committed. Right. Tuesdays I'm making videos, and we got to make a ton of videos for the channels, right? I've got, I don't know how many channels. It's a lot of work. So Tuesday is just jam full. I have no time to think or prepare or brainstorm. I'm just filming. We're working. And then Thursday, it's the same thing. Tomorrow, I have no time to myself. Tomorrow, it's just all interviews. But I don't have to worry about making YouTube videos. I don't have to worry about responding to emails. I don't have to worry about anything. I have my calendar. It's packed. My assistant set it up for me. And that's it. I'm doing interviews tomorrow. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. So I like having Wednesday in the middle of it to just do whatever I want to do. Just total free time, project, whatever I want to feel like working on. That's what I'm going to work on. So yeah, I find it really helpful to do that. For other people, it may not be as good an idea, but I like it.
No, okay. Let me see. Today is I gotta make a note. I'm excited. Actually, I'm excited about doing that video you mentioned. I get the Proverbs video. Okay.
Oh yeah, don't forget the Proverb challenge. That's great.
Saturday. It's gonna be the Proverbs video.
Saturday.
Proverbs video. Okay. So this is good because I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna think about what success principle can I deliver, and then what verse matches that. Well, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out. It's a good challenge. It's another way of making content.
It's a great challenge.
Well, and listen, we're talking about powerful opinions. Every proverb is a powerful opinion.
Yeah.
There aren't just any weak sauce opinions in there, right?
Because the Bible has 66 books, and sometimes people are like, oh, what's your favorite book in the whole world? Blah, blah, blah. And for me, my favorite book in the world, maybe because I did it at such a young age, is Proverbs. There's no book out there that's better ever written than that book. So, I like the book of Psalms too, but again, even for people who are not religious or even don't quote unquote believe in God, there's so much wisdom in there that's like, wow, that someone and it's ancient wisdom. It's not like wisdom from yesterday or 100 or 1,000 years ago. It's from way back. And Solomon was the wisest man on earth. So, anyways, that's my favorite book. I love that book with all my heart and soul. My favorite. It talks about everything.
Let's go.
Anyway, so this is not even a challenge for me. It's actually a delight. It's an assignment. It's probably the best assignment you ever gave me.
No way. That's the easiest one. The Nelson Mandela one was the best one. Come on now.
No, that one. You know, I said my opinion. This is the best one ever.
No.
Nelson Mandela one was good because I had to do some I had to dig a little bit deep for that one.
Those are the best ones. If you had to dig deeper, those are the best ones. If it's easy, it's not the best one.
No, it's not so much that this is easy. It's close to my heart. So anything dealing with Proverbs, I'm gonna be all over it. I mean, I just so yeah. So yeah. And you know, yeah, this is gonna be good. Okay, let's see what else we got. I think we got what else we got here? Okay, Brian F was making a comment. He says, "Great, I love that. I'll make things so much easier. It'll make things so much easier when it comes to YouTube videos. Though, should we only stick to this type of stream, or should we do YouTube videos where we teach too without gaming?" It adds to my earlier question with that about combining things.
This will then test your skill level in being a great coach and being a great teacher. How many styles can you take on and still spread the message? We talked about Francis of Assisi earlier on Monday, right? And the message was I preach the gospel always, and sometimes I use words.
Yeah.
So you recognize that you're on a mission. And regardless of what you're doing, you're teaching. You're always teaching. There is teaching in gameplay. If you're teaching love, like if you're teaching love and romance and relationships, and you're playing with your girlfriend, and she dies, or she gets you killed in the game, and you react saying, "I can't believe you killed me, you suck, I hate you," and throw your computer off the balcony or something, and the stream ends.
Like to practice love and forgiveness.
Yeah, but if she doesn't, like if she kills you, and you're like, "Okay, you know what, that sucks, it's okay, but here's how I deal with it." You're teaching through the demonstration.
Yes.
Right?
Very good.
You're always spreading the gospel, and sometimes you use words, but you have to see your mission like that. It's not that you only put on your gospel hat sometimes. It's a way of life. Spreading spreading confidence for Zane. It's not just something we put our hat on to do sometimes. It's a way of life.
Yes, it's a lifestyle. Really,
it's always. It's forever.
It really is. Yes, not something you do. It's something you are. Night Will's in the house. What's up, Night Will? What's going on, my friend? He says, "Hi, Evan and Zan. How are you?"
Hey, Night Will. Wait, was Night Will upset last time? What happened with Night Will?
Yeah, Night Will. Were you upset last time? Did I upset you? Did I upset you? Were you upset?
What happened last time? There was something that happened last time with Night Will. I don't remember what it was though.
Night Will, what happened last time? We can't remember. Was there something I said or did that upset you? Because I mean that happens once in a while. So come on. I don't mean no harm, man. Sometimes it just happens.
I don't remember, but I feel like there was something that happened.
Night Will talk to us. He says, "No, I would just I had to rush to work." Okay.
Oh, okay.
But Night Will, just for future reference, if I say something to upset you or rub you the wrong way, I didn't mean to, man. I'm still learning like everybody else, man. I'm still learning. I'm just know that it comes from a good place. I'm doing my best. Sometimes I'm going to make mistakes and slip up. I'm not 100%. I'm 90%, but not 100%. He says I'm fine. Good,
all right.
Good.
Okay, much love.
Good. You see how we care about people here? Evan immediately said, "Oh, are you okay?" You see how we care? He says, "Don't worry about it. I understand it." Okay, good. Because we're all human, right?
Do you know Jeff Walker?
Jeff Walker, launch formula guy, right?
Yeah. Okay, so I was talking to Jeff today just before this, and I was giving him some YouTube help. He was giving me some. We're talking about my affiliate program. He wanted to know what I was doing, and he's done so many affiliate deals and all that. and he wanted to know about brandlytics and movement makers. And I was telling him about what we're doing in the program and the process, and I was telling him things like, well, one of the things I want to do is we follow everybody and we follow up with people, right? And he couldn't believe that we took the effort to follow people who bought the program. He's like, but it's $49 a month. It's like, yeah, but it's like, it's not just the money, man. I want people to get results. I want them I want to move the needle for them. And he's like, you're so passionate about this. It's like, you're so energetic about serving and making this happen. He's like, yeah, I am, dude. It's like, you just got to wear that on your sleeve more. It's like, okay,
Wow.
I'll do my best.
Wow. So the other side of that, wait, first of all, timeout. Drew's in the house.
Oh, Drew.
Drew's in the house.
You can now say what you were saying about him.
And Drew says, I mean, that is like the only reason that's the only reason to do business. You know what, Drew? If I understand what you're trying to say and what Evan was saying and what Jeff Walker was saying, is there are some guys who are like, okay, $49 is not enough for me to involve myself and engage myself that much. Yeah, if it was $349 a month, okay, now they get more of my time. I think everybody's different. I don't want to judge it, but everyone's different. But I totally get where Evan's coming from. And from a business side, which I'm still learning, I can almost understand where Jeff Walker is coming from. If you feel like, well, that's not enough to follow up and give people that much time and energy. Is that what you're saying, Drew? Let me know if or maybe I misunderstood. Let me know. Okay, Drew says the goal of business is to help people win, period. Right, but some people think the goal of business is to put more money in their pocket, help people, put from their money to put in your pocket. So talk to us, Drew, since you're here.
Yeah, and I think with Jeff too, he's seen so many. Jeff is actually the same way. He's like he hates a lot of the industry where people are just slinging things that they know aren't good or going to serve or help. Right. So he's seen a lot of shady offers, and he's also very careful about what he promotes and who he helps because he's been in the game for a while. He has a name that means something. So he was just energized. He was refreshed. He's like, it's nice to see. I mean, he spends a lot of his time. We had to book this call around his ski trips and all of the, he's living the life.
Right.
He's not in it hardcore. He's the godfather now of marketing.
Yeah. He's wouldn't it be nice? I mean, I'm just throwing this out there. If you're listening, Jeff, that you partner with Evan to help push the affiliate program and take it to another level.
But we had a call today to talk about it. I mean, he I mean, to his credit, he was pushing it. He's like, he heard me talk about it in our group. He's like, I want to help. And he was following up with me to make it happen. We had so many back and forths on when we were going to do this call that I forgot even what we were talking about. I thought we were talking about his YouTube. Like, are we talking about your YouTube channel? Because that's usually what my calls look like when I'm talking to guys like him. He's like, no, we're here to talk about your affiliate program. Tell me what you're doing. I'm like, oh, cool, okay, yeah. And then we started our call.
Okay, so we got a couple of things coming up. This is good. Yeah, Jeff's a great guy. We love Jeff. He's a great guy. So let's see what we got here.
I mean, Drew showed up, and now I'm losing. I mean, we won our first two games, Drew. We need to. I mean, Drew.
Okay. No, Drew, stay here.
Is Drew leaving?
No, Drew said dollars fall in value because he's talking about the goal of business to help people win. Here he said dollars fall in value. When you just said what you said, okay, have a good night, peace. Drew, he didn't mean it that way. Stay here.
I mean, if Drew leaves and we turn this game around and win, that would be epic.
Drew, stay. We need you.
That would be epic.
Stay here, Drew. He didn't mean it. Oh, but he did. No, he didn't. Drew, we're brothers. We can talk mess to each other. There's nothing but love. Stop it. You know that. We all talk mess to each other. Stop it, Drew. You know he don't mean it that way. Come on. You hear the tone? That tone didn't sound like he meant that. Stop, Drew. Get all in your feelings. Stop it. Okay, so these are two good quick questions. I'm gonna answer both of them. Then I'm gonna throw it to Evan. One is
Okay.
Night Will says, well, let me jump to Brian Eccles first, and then go back to Night Will.
Okay.
Hang in there, Night Will. He says, Brian Eccles says, I'll probably join the Movement Makers, or the other one, talking about Brandlytics, is one for beginners and the others for who actually establish their business. Okay, so I'm gonna answer it, then I'm gonna give it to Evan. Brian, I say join both, and then you can decide which one is best for you. If you want to stay in both, or go ahead and move to the other one and let the other one go. But you're gonna find both extremely valuable. And if you want to join Movement Makers, join right now so you can be in tomorrow for Movement Makers, because that's a game changer. And then we can get reacquainted.
And what?
Reacquainted, because you remember you say you want to reconnect.
Oh, I see.
So we can reconnect in Movement Makers tomorrow. It's going to be at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 a.m. Eastern. But if you show up 15 minutes early, you can see me DJing and you get to request your own song.
Oh, snap.
Okay, so I'll let Evan take on the rest. The question is, I'll probably join the Movement Makers or the other one, which is talking about Brandlytics. Is one for beginners and the others for those who actually establish their business?
So, Brandlytics is a little more niche in that you have to want to go all in on YouTube and have already done something to get value from it. Like if we're going to look at your stats and your data, you have to have some data. So if you haven't posted any videos and you're not being consistent, Brandlytics is probably not going to be as big a value for you. We dive hardcore just into data and analytics and how you can use it to grow your audience. There's also less of a community focus. So Movement Makers is a family.
Yes, it is.
There's a lot of focus on community, of doing challenges together, of being on each other's Instagram lives, of supporting each other, of built-in accountability as well as
Consistency.
well, consistency, but the breakout rooms, Brandlytics. It's not that it's not friendly. It's still friendly. It's still Believe Nation, but the focus isn't community. So it just depends on what you're looking for.
It's good. He said, so then join Movement Makers for now until I get consistent. Got it. Yeah, man, you're gonna love Movement Makers, Brian. You will. I guarantee you will love it. If you don't love it, no, I'm just not gonna say nothing. I was gonna say, if you don't love it, I would give you 100% refund. But let me not say all that. But I'm just saying, you get in there, you're gonna love it.
Well,
okay.
You get it. Listen, if you're not happy with it, you don't have to stick, and you get a refund anyway. Not that I don't think anybody's taking us up on that, but whatever. Hey, you could be the first. No, like, hey, you have to stay with us for a year before you can get out. Like, if you don't want in, if it's not helping, then yeah, bounce.
Okay, now, Will, hold on 1 second. I'm coming to you right now, but let me just get Drew in real quick, because I know what happens if I don't get Drew stuff in right away.
If you don't get Drew stuff in right away?
Oh, I know what happens to me. Okay, so Drew says, he says, okay, have a good night, peace. Oh, but he did? Okay, so then Drew says, when I was 12 years old, my camp counselor said that I should take everything 100% literally, and I took it to heart. Correct, Drew, because you were 12 years old. Now you're 31. You just had a birthday. Happy belated birthday again. And you don't have to take everything to heart because you're 31 years old. You're not 12 years old anymore. You're a grown man.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we timed the let's go. There you go.
Come on, Drew. You know better. And then Drew said, I mean, it's only been 12 minutes since I posted. Yeah, but Drew, wasn't he talking? You want me to interrupt, Evan?
Ooh, 12 minutes.
On,
Talk about being literal.
Come on.
Not so literal.
That's that number 12, doesn't he? 12 years old, 12 minutes ago. Drew, come on, you know how this works now. Night Will, here we go. Night Will says, could you help me, please? Okay, could you help me in question mark? He says, I just recently brought movement makers, but still waiting for approval to join your Facebook group. Okay. So Night Will, you in. Good stuff, man. So
DM me your email address tonight, like now, and I'll look right after the stream.
Yeah, Night Will DM.
Because you'll get in, but I want to make sure you're in for tomorrow morning.
Yes.
So we're on at 10:30 Eastern. If you're not in the Facebook group, you won't get the. You won't see how to join.
So you got that, Night Will. Let us know in the chat that you got it. That you have to DM Evan right after the stream so he can get you approved to get you in.
Like now, because it's over. Because we lost.
DM him now.
We lost. Drew stuck around, and we lost. So that's what I took from this. Who do we give this to? Give it to Zaya.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Anyway, Drew, I told Zan he had something to say, but I told Zan, no, you can't say something bad about Drew until he's here. You have to only say good things while Drew's not here, and then when he's here, that's when you can say what you want to say.
But Night Will says where to DM him: Facebook, Gmail, YouTube,
Instagram.
Right
now, DM on Instagram. I'm gonna look in 2 minutes, and I want to see the email address, and then we'll make sure that it gets added so you can be on for tomorrow.
And so Drew says, so I guess I'll let you two hammer it out for the next 2 weeks. Drew, stop it, man. Stop it.
You're going to make Zane cry. If you want to see what
Drew,
Captain America looks like crying, you're going to see it.
Drew, look. I'm going to do this on behalf of Evan. Drew, he's sorry. He apologizes. Thank you, and he loves you. We love you, Drew.
Where's to forgive me?
Oh, yeah, forgive him. Please forgive him, Drew. Stop it.
Drew sounds hangry. Drew, get some food. Come back.
You can't do that.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Talk to your wife, Drew. You can't do that, man.
Huh?
I told Drew I'm going to talk to his wife. You can't do that, Drew. He said he ate dinner already. But I'm going to talk to your wife. You can't do this. Drew, we need you here.
You're going to talk to his wife.
Because she would get on this case. She'd make sure he stays on the stream.
Really? I don't know if she would. Would she? Drew, would your wife make sure you stay on the stream?
She would.
And how much would a Zandaman conversation move the needle for her?
He said probably not. Yeah, because I haven't talked to her yet.
Okay, but what percent does Zandaman move the needle in a forward direction? One conversation for 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Zan has 15 minutes to talk to the wife. How much does he move the needle?
I only need 3.
Oh, well, I'm going to give you up to 15.
Okay.
She'd probably be scared of Zane.
But she knows my voice.
Okay, so listen, it's 2 minutes of being afraid, and then the other 13 of charming.
I would win her over.
Yeah.
So Drew, here's the best thing to do, Drew. Just be here like you're supposed to be here, man. Just stop with all that other stuff.
Stop the drama. Save the drama for your mama.
Yeah, 2 weeks. I mean, he's gonna be gone for 2 weeks.
Okay. Night Will, I don't see
Night Will,
a DM with your email address right now. We got to make it happen. Come on. I just refreshed. I don't see I see a bunch of messages, but I don't see. Oh, I see it. Okay, it just came in. Okay, Night Will.
And Drew said he has another call tomorrow night. That's cool.
Okay, so, hold on. Night Will, did you request to join the Facebook group? Because you got a request.
Did you request?
Request to join the Facebook group. If you don't have it, it's in your email. The link to join. Then I'll be able to see it. I requested. Okay, perfect. Then we'll get that taken care of tonight so that you can join us. We'll see you tomorrow then, Nightwell. Welcome aboard. Yeah, welcome to the family. We got to get Zane his affiliate link set up so he could get some commissions on stuff too. All of this promotion.
And Drew says he has another call tomorrow night. That's okay, Drew, if you got a call tomorrow night. Congratulations on your call tonight. But you still should show up after your call.
Ooh, all right. All right. Cool, guys. Well, thank you for the love. 2 wins, 1 loss. We're making progress. That's bonus time moving forward. We will be back on tomorrow, I think. Hold on. Let's just double check that.
Tomorrow's Friday. No, tomorrow's Thursday.
Tomorrow's Thursday. Back on tomorrow. It'll be fun. We'll see you there. Zane will be there. Drew might join the chat. We'll see what happens. Continue to believe, everybody. We'll see you soon. Much love.